Hello, everybody. My name is Amith. I'm the Regional Senior Destination Manager, and welcome to the IDP UA podcast. Today, I have a special guest here. I've got Rob Reddy, who's a Vice President at St. Louis University for the Enrollment Management team. And I would like to warmly welcome Rob to the podcast today.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here.
Thank you for being on today's podcast, and let's get right into it. I would like you to just quickly share a brief overview or a quick introduction on St. Louis University. I'm sure all our audience would like to know more.
Sure. Well, St. Louis University is in St. Louis, Missouri, the United States. St. Louis was founded in 1818, so it's more than a 200-year-old university. It is the oldest university west of the Mississippi River. It is also the oldest continuously operating medical school and law school west of the Mississippi River. We have about 15,500 students, about 8,500, 8,600 undergraduate students, and about 8,000, little less than 8,000 graduate students. SLU also operates a fully accredited American university in Madrid, Spain. We have about 1,200 to 1,300 students there. About half, over 600, are pursuing a fully integrated SLU degree, four-year undergraduate degree. About half come and go from SLU, maybe a study abroad of a semester or a full academic year. And then we do have quite a few transfer students from other universities that come and spend some time at our Madrid campus. As an American university, we have a full array of programs, everything from medical, law, as I mentioned, humanities. Certainly, we are very focused on engineering, computer science, STEM-related degrees, both at the undergraduate level and the graduate level. As undergraduates, we are a residential campus, so our students live and work and go to school right in the heart of St. Louis, Missouri, which is a wonderful city. And our graduate students live all around the university in the West End neighborhood. SLU is a Division I athletic program, so fully integrated across many different sports, soccer, swimming, basketball, baseball, softball, track. I could go on and on. But it is a wonderful, wonderful environment and a vibrant part of the city of St. Louis, and of course in Madrid, Spain, which is a wonderful location.
Great, thank you very much on sharing on the history and prestige of St. Louis University, also talking about the multiple campuses, one in St. Louis and Madrid. You have touched upon a bit about the next question on the programs, but something that international students want to know is, are there some popular courses that international students that study on your campus? Anything that pops to your mind?
Right. I think without a doubt the STEM-related fields, computer science, data analytics, engineering has become quite popular both at the undergraduate and graduate level. We have 9 colleges. Certainly our business college, the Chaffetz School of Business, is very popular with our international students, particularly for our grad students, heavily STEM focused. But our undergraduate students tend to take a mixture. Again, some STEM related, some humanities related. It's a broad array of programs. I think the thing that our international students like the most are the support services, not just the excellent academic offerings, but how they get help in the classroom, around the classroom, with their general student life. And that's another part of the campus that students certainly engage in quite a bit.
No, thanks for sharing that. I think it's important to know the kind of support services that students have, because a lot of them may get stuck at some point, and it's always good to see that there is a way out of this. And that's quite a range of programs that you mentioned. Are there any new emerging programs that you want to highlight that students in this region could be interested in?
I certainly think cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. That's not something that's groundbreaking. I think those are the emerging fields in the business community, in our personal lives, And SLU has really invested quite a bit in both those areas to bring up new undergraduate and graduate programs. One of the things that we are very excited about is many of our undergraduate programs, particularly in cyber and artificial intelligence, can seamlessly transition into a graduate program. Oftentimes, our undergraduates during their fourth year of study really are engaging then in their graduate pursuits and can cut down time to graduation. So you could do a combined undergrad master's program, say in cybersecurity, in 5 years, maybe even 4.5 years. And that's been sort of the emerging fields. I think the other areas are not just our medical school, but the allied health professions. So, pharmacy, physical, occupational therapy. Those are a number of other programs that really have set us apart in the marketplace and are areas that we see students gravitating towards.
Yes, thanks for sharing that because you mentioned two areas, cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. And these are two areas that the UA government is really investing on.
Right.
And we've seen a lot of international students from the country actually opting for this program. So I think you have just touched the right chord there.
Perfect.
I just, earlier we had a look at the website and there was something that you showed me around the SLU experience.
Right.
Is there something you want to share on that in a sort of online workshop internship piece
Sure.
that students can get a taste of SLU before they actually go to SLU, right?
That's exactly right. We call this SLU EXP. It stands for St. Louis University's Experiential Learning Opportunities. I didn't mention earlier, SLU is a Catholic Jesuit university. One of the tenets of that is that we believe in the development of the whole person, that we are here for the greater good of the individual and the community that they live in. One of the ways we have decided to live out that mission is through this opportunity. So students starting in 9th grade all the way through graduate school can participate in virtual learning opportunities, the chance to earn certificates, digital badges, through engagement in things like workshops, virtual internships, master classes, and competitions. We think this gives students the chance to engage in a safe in a very supportive environment to explore. Maybe I want to get into data analytics. Maybe I want to learn more about how to develop an appropriate resume or my LinkedIn profile. And this opportunity gives students the space to do that. I oftentimes say, I always want students to succeed, but I oftentimes want to say students should fail also. That's how you learn about where do you really want to go in the world. SLU EXP comes at no cost. We want any student anywhere in the world to be able to participate. You don't have to be a SLU student. If you're thinking, I don't know where I want to go to school, whether it be as an undergraduate or a graduate student, that's perfectly fine. But we want you to have this chance to explore, learn, engage, and decide where you want to take your career. Now, of course, I'm going to say I hope that it takes you to St. Louis or Madrid, but if it doesn't, we've still lived out our mission. The other exciting part about SLU EXP is that as students engage in those opportunities, they can earn scholarships for when they want to go to graduate school. We think it's important. So a high school student could participate, earn scholarship, bank it. Maybe they come to SLU, maybe they don't come to SLU. As an undergraduate, where we do also offer scholarships for academic excellence, but then come as a graduate student and have those resources. So we're really excited. We hope people will check out SLU EXP. That's all you have to do. Search on the website or through the web and get engaged. That's the most important thing. But thank you for the chance to talk about that.
That's really amazing, especially the fact that, as students, they can get digital certificates and the opportunity to get scholarships that you can take towards your graduate programs. So check it out. It's all you have to do is just Google SLU EXP. And I did that and I found some of the programs really exciting. So just moving on, just the final two questions that I have. One is campus life is so important because the students, yes, they are going into academics, but it's important to have a good environment for them to be in. Can you tell us a bit more about what life on campus is for international students?
Sure. As I said, SLU is in St. Louis. St. Louis is a mid-sized American city. The downtown is about 2 kilometers east of our campus. We sit in the central west end. SLU's campus is honestly quite beautiful. It's very green, it's very well maintained. Everything from academic buildings and labs and resources on the academic side, but we also find that our students spend quite a considerable amount of time on campus for their personal lives, whether that be the engagement in athletics, whether that be engagement in wellness activities, whether that be community service. That's a very integral part of our student community. Certainly we have a lot of dormitories, eating areas, things of that nature that you would expect on most any residential campus. I think the one thing that really defines SLU as a community and its students is that everybody is highly engaged. We don't tell you what to be engaged in, but we say you need to be engaged. You certainly have to focus on your academics, and at the heart of that community is engagement with your faculty. Probably one of the things our international students don't do well in their first semester is going to faculty office hours, engaging faculty outside the classroom. They typically learn very quickly how to do that, but that's a big part of what international students are doing. But then that campus life, and in particular, we've devoted a lot of specific resources to our international students. We want to integrate them with the community. We ask our international students not just to come and engage in an American-style education, but they have the responsibility of bringing their culture, their experiences to campus and sharing them. So just in December, we had a huge Diwali celebration. About 600 students participated. I would say 2/3 of those were international students, but 1/3 of those were domestic students that wanted that experience. Those sorts of things occur all year round. We have the Center for Global Citizenship. It's a very large building that we've dedicated space to so that our international students can come together, they can hold their events, they can do study sessions, and they can just have a good time. Friday night is game night. It's not just for international students, but certainly international students engage in that sort of way. So it's a pretty vibrant and well-rounded community.
Great. Thanks for sharing that. As an international student, I couldn't agree more that as an international student, you would spend more time on campus than outside campus. So this is great. And thanks for sharing it. Took me back to my international student days. You did touch upon this. So just a final question and a point is, what can students expect to see and experience in St. Louis as a city?
Right. So St. Louis as a city, it's always interesting talking to international students. When we say city, it is not 1, 3, 10 million people in St. Louis. It's more like 500,000 people. So by American standards, that's a mid-sized city. You would have every amenity that you would expect. So everything from the St. Louis Cardinals, professional baseball, professional hockey. Right adjacent to the SLU campus is the Fox Theater and the Theater District. You can expect all kinds of major employers. Boeing, Wells Fargo, 2 big employers that do a lot with SLU. I'm sure many people are familiar with Budweiser, the beer brand, founded in St. Louis. But the cultural activities of St. Louis are amazing. Our zoo is free. We have a city theater repertoire in the summertime that many of our students take advantage of, which is free. The museums, the aquarium, all things probably within 2 to 4 kilometers of our campus. And our campus sits in an area of the city called the Central West End. I think I said it's about 2 kilometers west of the downtown area. At one end is SLU Medical School, SLU Law School. At the other end of that corridor is Washington University Med Center. In the center of that is an area that has just been redeveloped as an urban area in the last 10 years. I live in the Central West End, so there's markets, there's restaurants, there's a lot of housing, apartments. I live in a nice apartment in the Central West End. We've just installed, we're very happy with a Topgolf and a new Target. So the revitalization of the area around SLU is really exciting. It's everything that you can expect from a major metropolitan area. It's in a more manageable size. I often think as a student, maybe you're coming from a small town or maybe you're coming from another country, and managing a big city can be a little overwhelming. St. Louis is a city I think that students can manage and find just about anything that they're interested in. Again, whether it's theater or it's sports or it's civic engagement or it's a park system, but on a scale that as a new person to the city, you can still sort of manage and find your way around. So really a wonderful, wonderful environment.
That's a great point to note because sometimes international students, when they get overwhelmed, as you mentioned, when they go to a large city, they're not able to find their way around. But having a mid-sized city sort of helps them, gets them to be comfortable. And you've shared a lot of things that the international students can do there. Apart from having that fun and activities, there's that opportunities with the industries in the city.
That's right.
So thanks a lot for sharing this. I feel like I need to now travel to St. Louis.
We would love to
soon.
have you on campus.
Thank you very much for being on the podcast, and hopefully we'll continue to see you in the region.
Yes,
and
you will.
Any final message for or remarks for our students who are watching from the audience? Anything?
I would just say, certainly we would love to have you come to SLU. We think we are the place to help you reach your potential, to help you achieve your dreams. But more than anything, please just go on and get that higher education. Advance your skills, take new activities, take a chance and see the world and believe in yourself. We believe in you at SLU. Come visit, see what the world is like, and really make your dreams come true.
With that, signing off, thank you very much for watching the podcast. And if you have any queries, just reach out to the closest IDP office where you get an opportunity to speak to one of our counselors. Thank you very much.
Thank you.